So did you face any pressure from the executive ever or politicians?
No. Genuinely, no. I answered that question on Saturday when I was meeting the journalists also.
So we have seen many,
But not beyond a particular limit.
But sir, bulldozers are still bulldozing at many places.
Yes, so therefore we had given and liberty to the citizens to knock the doors of the high courts wherever there was a violation. And we had also expected that wherever such grievance is brought to the notice of the court, we had laid down stringent measures that the person who is indulging in violation of the orders of the court would be guilty for the contempt of court. And not only that, we have also directed that such demolished house, after following the proper procedures, found to be illegally demolished, then the government will have to reconstruct it and recover the amount from the persons who are guilty.
Sir, there is also allegation of judicial activism these days, like in the case of Jallikattu or this firecrackers, just as an example. Sir, what is your take on that, sir?
So I always say that judicial activism is bound to remain. From the period of 80s when the court even started entertaining the postcards and exercising PI jurisdiction. So in many cases, the citizens, on account of their socio-economic handicap, are not in a position to directly approach the court for redressal of their grievance for protection of their rights. So in such a situation, permitting a person to approach the court on their behalf is in a way, it fulfills our promise of economic and social justice to the last citizen of this country. But then there are limits within which the judicial activism should act. As I always say, the judicial activism should not turn into judicial adversarism or judicial terrorism. Ultimately, our constitution believes in the separation of powers between the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary.
So many critics see this as a overreach, and sometimes even bypassing the executive.
So therefore, at times, as I said, like we did in the demolition judgment or the Bulldozer justice, where we found that the executive was acting in excess. Executive was acting as a judge in their own cause merely because a citizen was found to be involved in a criminal act. His houses were demolished. And we found that this would amount to not only violating his rights but the rights of the inmates of the house, his brothers, sisters, mother, father, children. And that was like taking a law into hand. We also held that the right to shelter is a fundamental right and therefore laid down guidelines. So that is a case wherein it's not proper for me to justify my judgment. But I think that would be a case where a judicial activism should be promoted, but not beyond a particular limit.
What's a bulldozer?